Episode 13 of 1001 Stories of Relationship, Old Gallery. Agnes walked faster, waving her hands as she tried to catch the bus. Then, Agnes broke into a run, her heart pounding with hope that the driver would notice her. Unfortunately, he neither saw nor heard her, and the bus pulled away, leaving her standing in a faint cloud of exhaust. Inside the bus, some students pressed their faces against the windows. Seeing Agnes sprinting behind them, quiet giggles began to spread before bursting into full laughter. Surprised by the sudden noise, their teacher, Mrs. Suzie, who was seated near the front, turned around. "What is the laughter about?" she asked mildly. Without waiting for an answer, Mrs. Suzie turned back toward the road, while behind her the students continued whispering and laughing softly. When they arrived at their destination, an old public gallery, Mrs. Suzie directed everyone to step off the bus. Once the students had gathered, she looked around the group. "Why didn't Agnes come? Is there a reason?" Instead of answering, the students burst into laughter again. Mrs. Suzie sensed the mockery in the air, but chose not to press the issue yet. Calmly, she led them into the gallery. Soon, the students were seated near the entrance while she organized the tour. As they settled, one student spoke casually. "I wonder what's going on with Hanu and his ex-girlfriend. You two must really hate each other now." The resulting laughter drew Mrs. Susie's attention from the reception desk. She gestured for quiet, leaning slightly forward. Hanu whispered, trying to sound confident. "I'm done with that girl. She's old gallery in the past." More quiet laughter followed. A girl teased, "So, who's the new one now?" Hanu smiled broadly. "You'll know soon. It's in progress." At that moment, the entrance door swung open. A hush fell over the group as Agnes walked in, slightly breathless but composed. She had managed to find another ride and follow them. Surprise rippled through the students, quickly followed by another wave of laughter. Mrs. Susie turned, clearly startled, but soon resumed organizing the tour. Soon, the tour started as Mrs. Susie took the students around the gallery. During the tour, Agnes was told by some students that Hanu had ensured she didn't get on the bus. Agnes said nothing. Instead, she kept her distance from Hanu throughout the tour. This had become Hanu's new way of behaving since their breakup a few weeks earlier. He often tried to mistreat her whenever he got the chance, so Agnes wasn't surprised. Later on the bus ride back to school, Mrs. Susie finally asked Agnes how she had managed to join them. Agnes explained that she had tried to stop the bus earlier, but they hadn't seen her. "Oh, we saw you," a student named Caleb interrupted. "But your boyfriend told us not to let you on." X, Anu corrected sharply, triggering more laughter. Confused, Mrs. Susie glanced at Agnes. "But why?" Agnes only shook her head. Caleb added casually, "I guess it's because they broke up recently. Anu is still angry with her." Anu interjected again. "It's because she's old gallery now, past and done," he said, prompting more laughter. Mrs. Susie didn't respond. She simply focused quietly on the road ahead. Agnes also remained silent, sitting quietly and looking straight ahead. After they arrived at school, the students began dispersing toward their homes. Mrs. Susie caught up with Agnes, who had just ended a phone call. "I'm sorry we left you behind," she said gently. "I truly didn't see you." "It's fine," Agnes replied with a genuine smile. "Not to be nosy," Mrs. Susie continued, "but I heard you and Hanu dated and recently broke up. I hope you are okay." Agnes nodded. Yes, I am. He is just who he is. We are no longer a couple, but I still consider him a friend, though I don't know if he feels the same. That's good to hear, Mrs. Susie said approvingly. Don't let the breakup trouble you too much. Ignore the negativity, it will pass. Moments later, Mrs. Susie spotted Hanu and gestured for him to come over. Her voice was calm but firm. I'll be straightforward. Even if you no longer want to be with Agnes, it doesn't mean she's nothing. Be kind to her, treat her with respect, and honor the good memories you once shared. You are free to move on, but you don't have to burn the bridge. Hanu frowned. Ma'am, it's not your business. It has nothing to do with you. Oh, it does, Mrs. Susie replied calmly. I'm your teacher. Part of my role is correcting behavior when I see it going wrong. Hanu grumbled, then sighed as the weight of her words settled in. All right, I won't treat Agnes badly again. As Hanu walked away, he accidentally bumped into Agnes. She immediately tried to continue walking, but he gently stopped her. I'm sorry for today and for how I've acted since our breakup, Hanu said quietly. I won't behave like that again. Surprised, Agnes smiled and nodded. I still consider you my friend because of the good times we shared. Even though we broke up, it doesn't mean we have to be enemies, right? Hanu nodded. Thank you for those memories. I promise I won't be nasty again. Agnes let out a small giggle. I'd like that. They shook hands warmly, exchanged goodbyes, and went their separate ways. Agnes walked on with a relieved smile. There was finally peace. Hanu rejoined his friends, feeling lighter, knowing deep down he had made the right decision. From that day forward, the thought of hurting Agnes never crossed Hanu's mind again. Keep enjoying the episodes of 1001 Stories of Relationship at 1001 Stories of Relationship.wordpress.com.